Hey guys, Ipengu here at Genesis 8 for PGstats with none other than Fizz, or by his proper name, Fizzwiggle, fresh off of an upset against Mang0 in round 2 pools. Fizz, congrats, what a set. Tell me how you're feeling afterwards. That's the basic question, but really, how are you feeling?
I was feeling really good, and I'm just still in a little bit of disbelief.
Yeah.
Definitely feels crazy, so still in processing it a little bit.
When you see Mang0 is in your projected bracket, when you're like looking at your brackets beforehand, what are your thoughts going in?
I mean, I definitely assume that I'm going to lose, I suppose. But I mean, I'm still going in with the mindset that, let's play my best game. I played him before. I've taken a game off of him once before in a previous set, and I was playing really hot. So I'm like, all right, let's just go. Let's play our best. Whatever happens, happens.
Could you feel going into that set against him that you were playing super good?
Oh, for sure, yeah. Because I had played a Falco and a Fox right before that, and I was just punishing really well, and I was, most of all, just had really good defensive game. Like, I wasn't getting, when I was getting hit by stuff, I was able to recover well, and I was able to just really keep my ground in a place where I could still engage in effective ways.
So going forward, I think, is KJH the next person in your path, right? So it's another Spacies bracket. How do you when you see that you have a bunch of Spacies or a bunch of people who play the same character, do you think at all about like KJH plays really different than the Foxman you played before, or Mang0 plays different than the other Falco, or do you really think about it on like a character-based matchup level?
Generally, I think about it very character-based, and then I'll make whatever adaptions based on player in-game. But I'm definitely more scared of Foxes than Falcos. As a Sheik main, it's a lot scarier, for sure. He just kills way easier. He has to work way less hard to get in, and it's way harder to hit him. So it's just much more difficult.
I know that you inspired Heartstrings, shout-outs to Omar, to tweet that he's been saying Sheik beats Falco, and I tend to agree with him on that one.
100%.
So talk a little bit about, you're from Colorado, a region that is not known for its depth in melee skill. You're number 1. Obviously, Cyrox was there in the past.
Actually, I'm not number 1 anymore.
Oh, you are?
Yeah. I'm number 3 right now. Zealot is currently number 1.
Yeah, that guy's crazy.
Yep. Secrets is number 2. And I'm number 3.
Okay, so here's a 2-part question. 1, what has it been like coming up in a region that is not known for having as much depth? And 2, what do you think is owed to now the fact that there are like 3 top 32 could make deep bracket run level players in your state?
It was difficult coming up, for sure. When I was first starting, I had always wanted to be really good and at the game. So when I was first deciding who I wanted to beat, it was really, I don't really care about any of the other players here. I want to beat Cyrox.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt, because I was like, these people are not making deep runs at brackets. If I beat them, okay, I'm good, but I don't really care that much. So that was always my main goal. And setting that goal for myself really helped, actually. Because then it was less about who I'm playing against and more about how good am I right now? And that always helped, and I think that's good. And yeah, now that we have a few really good players, honestly, it's nice being able to get that practice all the time. And we do have a lot of other killers who don't go out too much. Like there's Conman and Fishbait, who are both sick players, really, really good players. Yeah. They don't travel much, but they are incredibly talented. So.
I played Fishbait on net play, and yeah, that was a fun matches.
He's incredibly talented, for sure.
Do you think, is it that Colorado was a region where people just didn't know about how deep it was, or do you think that it's gotten deeper? And if so, is it a slippy thing? Why has the region gotten stronger?
It's definitely gotten deeper, and I think it's actually just a result of the players that have made it a deeper state. So like I was saying, yeah, Zealot, me, Fishbait, Conman, Secrets, we're all striving to be really good players outside of our state in general. And just having those players who want to be really good is what made the state a better state.
Positive feedback cycle.
Yeah, definitely. And then we can practice against each other, and it just builds and builds and builds.
Cool. One other thing about the Mang0 set. So I'm sure people want to know the answer to this. You lost to him on Yoshi's in game 2. Still a pretty close game 2. And then you counterpicked him back to Yoshi's in game 3. What's the thought process there?
Yoshi's is actually potentially my favorite stage in that matchup. I don't like Fountain. And I really wanted a small stage because, first of all, I think it's easier for Sheik to combo on small stages, especially with 3 platforms. And I was playing pretty well, especially in close quarters, so I wanted to make sure that he couldn't have a lot of room to maneuver around my stuff, and I wanted to make sure that he was kind of pressed or felt like he had to make more decisions. So I was like, let's go back to Yoshi's. Hell yeah, let's do it.
Makes sense. You were saying you were doing a good job of standing your ground and like finding good openings for that. So being that wall in the middle of Yoshi's is hard for Falco to deal with. All right, so final question. You have KJH up next, like we said. That is another player who nominally you would not be seeded to beat, right? And you said when you were going up against Mang0, you obviously try your best, but you think, oh, I will probably lose. What does it change for your mentality having this upset? Is there anything different, or are you just trying to treat it business as usual?
Definitely business as usual. KJH is definitely different than Mang0. Yeah. When I see KJH in my bracket, I'm thinking, this is a set I can take. And I was thinking that whether or not I beat Mang0, but after that win, it does actually, I guess it does increase my confidence a little bit. I'm feeling like I'm playing well. And I thought I could beat him earlier, so now if I got the proof that I'm playing well, so we'll see what happens.
Oh, that's true, because you were probably seeded to play him in losers because he made an upset too, right?
So, yeah, I think so.
Not a huge surprise for you. Well, Fizz, thanks so much for talking to us. Congrats again on joining the likes of Magi and being the big Genesis upsetters of Mang0.
Thank you.
You're in good company. Any last things you want to say before we close out?
I think that's it. That's all for me.
That's all, folks. All right, guys, thanks so much for watching. You'll have more Genesis 8 coverage from PGstats here on the channel. We'll see you next time.